Naples, Florida is no longer Florida's best kept secret. Everyone seeks to know about Naples, and people are moving here in droves. And today, we're going to talk about why. I'm going to tell you how Naples is different from the east coast of Florida, and even how it's different from nearby cities such as Fort Myers, Bonita Springs, and Estero. I'm going to talk about the schools. I'm going to talk about where people are moving to, which communities, and the market statistics that you need to know about if you're considering moving to South Florida. My name is Mindy Sylvester, and I've been selling real estate in the Naples area for over 25 years. Sold nearly 1,000 homes, and I've got a large team that sells homes all the way from Marco Island all the way to north of Tampa. So if you're considering moving to Florida, make sure you subscribe to my channel, and of course, reach out because we'd love to help you. So let's talk about Collier County. Naples is situated in Collier County, which also consists of Marco Island and Immokalee. Collier County is located just south of Lee County, which includes Fort Myers, Estero, and Cape Coral. Collier County is about 416,000 people, and the population has increased 11% since 2020. Naples has won so many awards year after year. The New York Post just named it the #1 quiet luxury capital of Florida. It's been named the #1 safest city in America, the #1 beach in the country by the Travel Channel, #1 best city for future job growth by Forbes magazine, the #1 best place to retire by US News, the #1 community for well-being in the nation 4 consecutive years by Gallup. It also has one of the highest life expectancies. So who wouldn't want to move to Naples? Naples has nearly 30 miles of white sand beach frontage. More so in comparison to Fort Myers, that's just 7 miles. And Bonita Springs, that just has 5 miles. Our beaches are so much less crowded. Now, North Naples beaches are a little bit more crowded than South Naples beaches. In North Naples, we do have a parking garage at the Vanderbilt Beach. So, of course, if you have a parking garage, you're going to have a more crowded beach. But the beaches in South Naples have miles of beach parking. When you're a resident, you're going to get a beach parking sticker. So you've got miles to choose from, and people are really spread out. It's not nearly as crowded, and definitely not nearly as crowded as those East Coast beaches. So if you like nice, quiet beaches, this is your place. If you're looking for coastal luxury, there's no better place than Naples. We have some of the most exclusive communities, not just in Florida, but in the entire country. For example, Port Royal consists of about 500 homes. The average sales price in Port Royal right now is $17 million. We have homes all the way over $100 million. So people who can live anywhere, these celebrity CEOs, billionaires, entrepreneurs, they choose to live in Naples. Now, when people think of Naples, they think of luxury homes, Lamborghinis, Ferraris, white sand beaches, and there is that, but there's a lot more to Naples as well. For example, if you're looking for acreage, if you want space, there are so many places to choose from in Naples. We have a community called Golden Gate Estate, which is over 100 square miles. You can get 1-acre homes, 2.5-acre homes, 5-acre homes. They start in the 400,000s. Now, the further you go away from the beach, the more you get for your money. So you just need to decide, do I want the most amount of home, or do I want to be close to the beach? As far as luxury homes, I think Naples probably has more luxury communities than anywhere else. I don't have a statistic on that, but I just think that is true. We have so many coastal communities. There is a community called Coquina Sands and the Moorings. Now, these two communities are on the coast, and they have more luxury high rises going up now than ever before. They have ultra luxury buildings such as the Four Seasons, the Rosewood Residences, Olana. These beachfront properties range anywhere from $13 million all the way up to over $50 million. If you're looking for a luxury home, luxury waterfront high rise, there have never been more opportunities than there are right now. Other great buildings include the Halcyon, 3300 Gulf Shore, 2020 Gulf Shore, just to name a few. Not to mention the dozens of luxury luxury low-rise, mid-rises going up in Old Naples. If you're looking for the city type life, Naples offers that as well. One of my favorite communities in Naples is called Old Naples. I have got other videos on Old Naples that really do a deep dive into the community, but Old Naples is definitely one of the most sought after communities. It's not cheap, but it is amazing. One of the great things about Old Naples is Fifth Avenue and 3rd Street. These are two of the main arteries in the area. They offer fine dining, art galleries, boutiques, just a beautiful area, farmers markets. They have car shows, they have parades. Old Naples also has Cambier Park that has church services, art shows, so many fun things. There's always something fun to do. It also has the Art Allen Tennis Center, which is my favorite place to play tennis. So many nice people. I love it so much. If you're looking for an amenity rich coastal community, Pelican Bay may be the perfect community for you. Pelican Bay consists of over 8,000 homes. They've got a variety of homes, including like small condos all the way up to single family homes and ultra luxury high rises. There is a high rise right now, which is one of my favorite communities being built. It is called a Peak. Sold a couple of units in this building, and it is the ultimate building if you're looking for an exclusive luxury high rise. 68 residences, has their own private restaurant, just state of the art luxury amenities. It is just such a beautiful building. One of my favorites. They're about 40% sold out. The prices range from $3 million to over $30 million. So definitely contact me. I've got more videos on a Peak as well, but contact me if you're looking for amenity rich luxury high rise. Pelican Bay offers 2 waterfront dining options. It's not easy to find waterfront dining in Naples because our beachfront property is so expensive. We only have a handful of places to eat on the beach. So if you're an owner in Pelican Bay, you can eat at one of 2 of the waterfront restaurants. There's beach services, so you can just take the tram to the beach, or you can walk on the boardwalk to the beach. And you have chair service, towel service, you can have lunch or dinner. It's just a really great place to live. They have one of the most active racket facilities in Collier County. They have a huge tennis center, state-of-the-art fitness center. Pelican Bay is definitely a great community if you want something near the water and you also want a lot of amenities. Now, one of the most popular community types right now in the area is resort style living. There are so many new construction communities being built and they are so popular. Some of these include Valencia Sky, Camas, Isles of Collier, not new construction anymore, but probably the most popular community ever since I started selling real estate 26 years ago. They had their final release and people camped out in the parking lot to get the last single family lot releases. It's a really beautiful community. One of the biggest mistakes buyers make is moving to Florida and picking the wrong lifestyle. A lot of people don't realize when you move to Florida, you're not just picking a community, you're picking lifestyles. And where I grew up in Illinois, there weren't really lifestyles. Maybe you lived in a golf community or maybe you lived at a lake. But other than that, almost all the communities were the same. But we have different lifestyles. So you need to figure out, what do you want to do once you're here, once you're enjoying your retirement? Do you want to golf? Do you want to boat? Do you want to live near downtown? Do you want to live in a community where there's no one around? There are so many different ways to live. So that's why it's really important to get the right agent to make sure you find the right community that fits your lifestyle. Now let's talk about the schools. Naples ranks number 6 out of 67 school districts in Collier County. We have 52 public schools and 98% of those were rated either an A or a B. 34 of the schools are A-rated schools. So we have really great schools. Those are just the public schools. We also have private schools, including the Community School of Naples, Seacrest, St. John Newman, and St. Anne's. Now, let's talk about the market. Right now, we're coming out of one of the slowest markets that we've had in over 15 years, but we are seeing signs of improvement. About a year and a half ago, we had over 13 months of inventory. Right now in Naples, We have 5 months of inventory. We have less than 5,000 homes for sale in all of Naples. Now, normally 5 months of inventory is considered an even market. But considering we're coming out of such a slow market and the pending sales haven't really picked up, 5 months is still considered a buyer's market. Now, from 2016 to 2020, we had 5 months of inventory and it was an even market. It wasn't a buyer's market. It wasn't a seller's market. It was really just an even market. This time of year, we do generally have less inventory. We're in the summer months and a lot of people choose to take their home off the market in the summer, which I personally think is a big mistake because there are still buyers in the summer. But in October, November, December, the inventory generally starts picking up. Sometimes in our season, which is our high season, is really January, February, March, our inventory increases about 30%. So the inventory likely will kick back up then when there'll be more homes to choose from. But right now, the market is still a buyer's market. There are still some really great buying opportunities, but I do think the market is starting to pick up. Now, new construction is on fire. The prices are increasing quickly. Valencia Sky sold nearly half their homes in a little bit over a year in one of the slowest markets that we've had in 15 years. They priced their homes really well. Now, some of these builders about a year and a half ago were offering so many incentives because the market was so slow. They were offering free pools, half off upgrades, free golf carts. As the market improves, these incentives are going away. Camus is no longer offering any incentives. They are not negotiating on their prices. Valencia Skies had 3 price increases in about 5 weeks. They just had another $25,000 price increase last Monday. So these price increases are going to be more frequent and they're going to be higher. If you buy now and the market keeps going the way it's going, you're probably going to have $70,000 to $100,000 or more of equity in your home. Now, I always say I don't pretend like I can predict the future. I'm just saying if things continue to go the way that they're going right now. Another example, Camus. Pulte is sold out. So right now, the only option you have in Camus, one of my favorite communities, by the way, is stock. One of the best builders in all of Naples. At the end of December, at the beginning of January, you could move into a stock home for around $1.4 million. By the middle of June, the entry point to get into Camus is $1.8 million. So as you can see, new construction is booming and the prices are going up. So if you're considering buying new construction in the next year or two, you might want to consider if you have the ability to get into the market now. So how is Naples different from the East Coast? Let me count the ways. Now, listen, I'm a Naples snob, okay? I'm going to admit it. It's just a fact. It's just such a great place. Now, I love going to the East Coast to maybe go shopping with my girlfriends for a day, maybe go have a birthday celebration. But you know what I love even more is coming back to my beautiful, quiet little Naples. Now, Naples isn't really quiet, but in comparison to the East Coast, it certainly is. Now, if you're looking for nightlife, 24/7 action, then the East Coast probably is for you. But if you're not looking for that, if you don't want 8 lanes of highways, congestion, long commute times, then you'll want to be in Naples. One of the great things about Naples, though, is that you can shoot over in 2 hours, be on a cruise ship heading to the Bahamas, or you can just take 2 hours to go up to Tampa and you can be at a Bucks game or a Marlins game. So we have great proximity to just take these great little day trips. Now, how does it compare to Fort Myers and Bonita Springs? Well, when you look at the statistics, Naples has lower crime, lower utilities, lower taxes, and historically higher rate of appreciation than Lee County. Lee County does have more affordable homes. They have less beach. They have more land. The reason why Naples is so much more expensive is because we have a scarcity of land. We have the Gulf to the left and we have the Everglades to the right. So we don't have as much land to build on. And we have that wealth cushion as well. Like I said, some of the wealthiest people in the world live in Naples. There are fewer mortgages, more cash buyers, less foreclosures, less short sales. When the market dropped, there were areas in Naples that didn't have any foreclosures, no short sales, because most of the deals were cash. So here's the bottom line: Naples is not a secret anymore. People are moving here for better quality of life, more space, lower taxes, clean cities, nearby international airports, shopping, and just a more relaxed lifestyle. I didn't even mention that Naples is only about 30 to 35 minutes from the Fort Myers airport, which is RSW. It's an international airport. They're actually expanding it now. So you can be just a quick drive to pretty much anywhere in the country. I understand that moving across the country is a big decision, and that's where I come in. So let me help you figure out what the perfect community is for you. Let's find a community that fits your lifestyle. If you're wondering if Southwest Florida is right for you, please contact me and let me help you find the perfect home. So thank you so much for watching. I hope you have an amazing day, and I hope to have the opportunity to help you find the perfect home in this paradise that I call home.